Hey everybody, this is Meredith Bates, and today I'm going to be showing you two ways that you can incorporate polls into your Zoom meetings. The first way is going to be on the fly when you're already in your Zoom meeting. Once you're in your call, you can see down at the bottom you have the polls feature in your meeting host controls. So once you click on that, if you have already made polls previously, you would have the option in the drop-down arrow to select which one you would like to give. Since I haven't created any yet, I'm going to click this Add a Question button. That's going to bring up my Zoom account in a new window, and I'm going to want to select this tiny little word poll right here. It's very easy to miss. So again, this is going to tell me that I haven't created any polls yet, and I'm going to want to add one. So if I just wanted to do a dipstick and check my students' understanding for a read aloud per se, I might title the name of the book that we are reading aloud. So say we're doing a Magic Tree House, and I wanted to see if they are comprehending. And this question I could ask, where is the setting of our story? I would give them a few options. They could be in medieval England, or they could be at the Loch Ness. And I could give them the option to do a single choice where they choose one answer, or multiple choice where they would select all that apply. And this went ahead and reset my answers. So I'm just going to put A and B here for time's sake. I can add in as many questions as I like. And then when I'm done, I would press save. Now I would go back to my Zoom call, and I see the two questions that I had just added, and I would click launch polling. This will show me how many attendants I had or attendees. There's nobody on this Zoom call, so I have 0 of 0. If there were 10 people, I would see how many out of those 10 had responded to my questions. And I can also say you're going to have 30 seconds to complete. And they would be able to see the timer and know that they had, 7, 6, 5 seconds left to make their choices. Once their time is up, I'm going to select end polling, and I would have the option to share the results or relaunch the polls to give them another chance. You won't see who answers what during your Zoom call, but you can pull that report after the meeting is over. I'm going to go ahead and exit this and show you how you can create these polling questions ahead of time of your Zoom calls. So to make a poll question or questions ahead of time of your Zoom meetings, there are two ways that you can do that. If you are using your personal room for all of your Zoom meetings with your class, you would go to the meetings option, personal room, and press that poll button, just like we did to add those poll questions in real time to our Zoom meeting. And you would just add as many polls as you need to. So if you have a class coming up and you can say Tuesday, October 28th, math, and have your questions for that, save it. Or if you are scheduling meetings, you would schedule a meeting. So if you aren't using your personal meeting ID for all the meetings and Zoom calls that you do, you would schedule the meeting first. Title this polling test meeting. Yep. And after you save it, you'll scroll all the way down to the bottom again, and you'll see the polls that you've previously created, and you will add a new one. And you would type in the title. So if this was for an ELA session, I would recommend putting the date and then your question. You can add multiple questions for each poll. And then after you save these, I'll show you what it looks like in the meeting. So in your Zoom meeting, now when I go to the polling feature, I can drop down and use the polls that I've created for different sessions. And that's how you can use polls in your Zoom calls. Thanks for watching.